Hey guys, Mobile Mike here from the GadgetGurus.net, Gadget Gurus podcast. Just going to do a quick hardware tour of the Motorola Backflip or MOTO Backflip from AT&T. Check out the full review at thegadgetgurus.net. This is just going to kind of briefly go over the hardware since it's a little unique form factor. Uh, so they call it the Backflip, obviously, because the keyboard flips out backwards instead of your standard uh, front-facing slide out or clamshell style. So it's really unique. The back has a trackpad which you scroll, up and down, left and right. You can double tap on that to select things in the browser or on the home page, really anywhere, instead of using a directional pad. So the idea is while you're holding it like this, you're scrolling behind here to not interfere with the front interface. I turned it off because I personally didn't really find it that useful, but the keyboard is really nice. It's a one-piece membrane and it's recessed, so when you set it down, it's not going to rub. The keyboard's not rubbing at all. The other nice thing is when you turn it like that, it's going to go. Oh, it's going to go into that clock mode right there, which I think is really cool. Also, if you're watching movies or playing music or anything like that, you can auto turn off the brightness. So if you have this on your nightstand or something like that, you can set your alarm right from there. You can even do slideshows, which is pretty cool. I don't think I have anything set up here. Oh, there we go. Got pictures of my dog. So that's pretty cool. Other little notes on the hardware: it does have a 3.5 millimeter headset jack, 5 megapixel camera flash. The camera's very good on this. It does video as well. The hinge is very solid. I mean, it really is a solid piece of hardware. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like it's going to break in your hands. Like I really thought it was going to be a cheap phone, to be honest with you. But Motorola is known for their hardware, and they definitely don't disappoint. You've got a proximity sensor up top, which is really nice. Touch it when you hold the phone to your face; it's going to automatically dim the screen. You've also got these buttons right here are capacitive, and they are actually easier to hit than the buttons, the capacitive buttons on my Nexus One. They do have a little bit of haptic feedback. You can do double tap on the home to do voice dial and do some other functions. So it's pretty nice. I mean, the hardware is definitely solid. I can't really complain about the hardware other than its unique style here. One thing to note is when you do flip it out, it has a real nice viewing angle. So when you're typing on it, the screen really is right in your face, and it's very easy to see. And the screen has no play in it either, so you're not like fighting with adjusting the screen to where you want to see it. So overall, hardware is definitely a plus. Battery cover's metal. Also, by the way, the rest of this is all plastic. Um, the buttons are clicky enough to where they give you enough response. The top row is not quite as clicky as the middle row for some reason, but I mean, I really can't complain about the keyboard too much. It's of course it's not as going to it's not going to be as good as something like a Bold 9700 or BlackBerry Tour. If you like those separated style keys, it's all one piece, so you're going to get a little bit less tactile feedback, while you're clicking them. But still, it's still a very good keyboard. I wouldn't say anyone would have problems using it unless you just are a avid BlackBerry keyboard person. But that's pretty much it for hardware. I'll go through the buttons real quick. On the side here, we've got the camera button, and you've got your volume button here. On the charger port here, there's a light around it, which is pretty cool. When it needs to be charged, it'll actually blink, and then when you plug it in, it stays illuminated. So that's pretty neat. Just a nice little touch. On the top, like I said, 3.5 millimeter headset jack, power button, and nothing on this side. This is where the hinge is. So that pretty much covers hardware. If you guys have any specific questions or anything, send me a message on Twitter, MobileMike01. Be sure to check out the podcast later tonight. It's Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be doing a full review on the podcast, and of course I'll have the full written review with this video and some other pictures and stuff on thegadgetgurus.net. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.